Well, today we're gonna give it a shot at fly fishing. It's early morning right now. We're gonna be using top water. We're rigged with floating line and monofilament as our leader. I tied these flies here. This is just a very large foam popper with some deer hair. There is so much cover. You know, the canopy kind of overextends onto the water, so we're gonna be trying to get in those little tight pockets where the fish are feeding early in the morning. I have a feeling there's gonna be one here. Man, he swallowed that fly. Come down, little buddy. Oops. Well, that came off easily. You can see how big this hook is. And that fish almost swallowed it whole, and it was a small peacock bass. But two things happen. We know the fly works, and the technique is definitely working. I guess the key right here is just positioning yourself to make the cast in a way that you won't get tangled on your back cast. These channels tend to be a little narrow, so you gotta pay attention to both sides. And then you gotta cast close enough to the shoreline to where you can entice the fish with a nice presentation. Right now, the season has been a little off, lots of rain, so the water level was a little higher than we expected, which made fly fishing a little challenging because instead of side casting for peacock bass, now you're blind casting for mangroves and getting tangled in the mangroves quite a bit. Oh man, I just blew up that spot. Oh yeah, it's under good. You have to get the fly right next to the branches. You have to get under the canopy and find these fish that are hidden in the little crevices close to the shore.
Still trying to just get the feel for this.
Oh, because you got intermediate sinking line. I'm using floating line. It's very important to remember. You got to match your line and your leader to the fly that you're throwing. In Jim's case, he's throwing intermediate sinking line, so he should be using a streamer or a different kind of fly, a fly that won't float on top of the water. That way he can work a different water column. And right now we're gonna change Jim's fly to a streamer. That's gonna give him a better chance at landing a fish.
Switching over flies, that one he gave me before sucked.
Sorry for sucking.
Well, see, I had a fly on here that I wanted to use, and then somebody cut it off. And I told me to use that one, which didn't work. So now we're gonna be back in business.
This is just made out of craft fur. It looks gorgeous and it has a lot of action under the water. And it also has a trailer hook that he can use to improve his chances. It doesn't have as much wind resistance as a popper does, so you should be able to cast easier too.
So I have fly fished recently, so trying to get back into fly fishing, but recently was not out of a kayak. So it's gonna take me a little bit just kind of orient myself, get my gear in the position in the way that I want it that's going to be the most effective. So I'm sure I'm going to be struggling initially this morning. Little fish, but hey, you know what? I'm pretty stoked because that's my first fish off a fly in the Amazon. Neat colors. Get back in the water. Boom! Fish on the fly.